You're listening to the Ogden Outdoor Adventure Show, produced by The Banyan Collective. Find more mind-blowing podcasts at thebanyancollective.com and on iTunes. The Ogden Outdoor Adventure Show. Adventure for your ears.
You haven't lived until you've heard the show Americans are talking about. The show that launches its listeners to the height of humanity. The audio hour that travels the landscape of adventure. The sound that comforts more than the clip of your first bolt. It's the Ogden Outdoor Adventure Show!
We're Outdoor Adventure Summits the airwaves. This is the Ogden Outdoor Adventure Show. I'm your host, R. Brandon Long. I'll be with you for the next 40 minutes or so. By my side, the best co-host in all the land, Todd of the Top. How you doing, Todders?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Thanks for relocating things just a little bit here at the Gear 30 Lounge.
Hanging out in the Gear 30 Lounge, not in the sun.
It's a good problem to have, but it does sort of burn your brain a little bit, that sun hitting directly. So this is a nice spot, right?
And on camera, we were in the dark, and so this looks a little better. So on this week's show, we do have a weekly happy, which includes a Japanese tire ski jump and a coffee shot
Finally.
ski.
Good.
By request. A little bit of on the docket and in the news, including Arches Dark Park, condor recovery, looming Utah poo bomb, Backcountry.com founder passes away, Bear drives a Subaru, Arctic Fox travels 27,000 miles, jail time for a YNP rule breaker, Colorado Wolf, ? Ski Australia and digital chairlifts, also something worth watching from Candide Thove. When is he ever not worth watching? Give you a Gear 30 segment, quote of the week, Outdoor Jukebox, which is a cover of one of my all-time favorite songs that I think, Todd, you will enjoy. So, all of this and more on the Ogden Outdoor Adventure Show, episode 333. It's finally hot outside, so summer heat, let's charge.
He summits with the agility of a mountain goat, flashes routes faster than UPS, is more intimate in the mountains than Jake Gyllenhaal. He's Todd to the Top.
All right, this week's Weekly Happy, Japanese tire ski jump. I don't know if you're watching, thanks for watching live on Facebook, but I'll turn my computer around, although this is going to be really hard to see. That's why we have volume here, audio, but this is different types of tires that are sent down a giant ski jump in Japan, and they want to test which tire goes the furthest, and it's actually pretty great.
Probably. See, this would be even a better game show if there was somebody catching them at the bottom.
You see them like move out of the way really fast at the bottom. But they have tires anywhere from like the little pizza cutter tires on your small cars up to big truck tires, and they want to see which tire flies the furthest.
They're running.
They have to run out of the way at the end of the ski jump. They go far. It's awesome. So that is your Weekly Happy. Also, I have a second Weekly Happy. If Japanese tire ski jump wasn't enough, this is a little video from the Icon Pass, which it's the coffee, the ski shot ski.
Yeah.
So this is done with coffee, only done probably incorrectly because
Morning, Carl.
Doesn't necessarily
Morning, Dan.
use a team,
Just made a
Anyway. The coffee shot ski. So it's not winter, but it will be. Get used to practice on the shot ski is kind of what that's all about. So that is your Weekly Happy. Not too bad. On the docket. So coming up, this is a busy weekend. Friday, Ogden Twilight pre-concert celebration. You and I will be there at the Monarch with the van, playing some music. Hopefully
4 to 6.
Live, 4 to 6 p.m. Also, this Friday, tomorrow, is the Trailfest clinics with women mountain bike up at Powder Mountain, because the Wildflower Trailfest is Saturday at Powder Mountain. Not sure if you can still get in on that, but it's happening this weekend. Again, Trailfest up at Powder Mountain. The Antelope by Moonlight bike ride is this weekend. I was there last year. It's a pretty fun event. It's, this year's theme, One Wicked Ride. Dress up, light your bike up, head out to Antelope Island and ride your bike in the dark by moonlight is what that is.
While you're lit.
Wow, so lit. Weekend Snake River rafting trip through the Weber Outdoor program is this weekend as well, and you're most likely way too late to get in on that. So we tell you this so that you can go to the Weber Outdoor program website and look at their upcoming trips so that you don't miss another trip, because their rafting trips, their guided tours are awesome. They have climbing tours as well.
Super affordable.
Yes, and they're a blast. They do a really good job. On the Saturday morning, right next door here to Gear 30 at Strider's, is the first Ogden Pub Runners poker run and kids 1K. I don't know how that works, but you play poker while you're running. I'm not sure. You go to a destination and get I'm not sure how this works, but if you want in on that, it's open to the public. Anyone could show up. 9:30 a.m. First OPR poker run and kids 1K. It's like poker with kids, because you got to teach them young. It's Strider's, 9 o'clock Saturday morning.
All you need to say is the pub runners, and then you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Good time.
Yeah.
Coming up soon, I know this is Todd's favorite event of the summer. It's the Horse and Hitch Parade, July 15th, right here, right in front of the old Gear 30. It's pretty cool because we get like front row seats, but it's not until 7 p.m. So it's like.
I used to always work those when I was over
It's
at
Slackwater.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's the tip right there is go get your seat at Slackwater around 5:30, 6 o'clock, and then hang out and watch
and then those tables are like worth money.
Yeah, because you're right there on the parade route.
Fans of this parade take this parade very seriously.
But it's
be
fun.
ready.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Be ready for it.
It's your lead up to the 24th Pie and Beer Day. The Trail Trials #1 5K at Powder Mountain is on July 17th, and El Doce on July 20th. Coming up fast. I remember talking about that a few months ago, thinking it's a long ways away. Now just a week or two away, so that'll be here in a hurry. Summer Waterfall Series continues with the Weber Outdoor program on July 20th. They're heading up Adams Canyon. Again, go to weber.edu/outdoor for more information on their Summer Waterfall Series. On the 23rd is now this is a new event or a new group I haven't seen before. They popped up. Wheeler Creek Group Hike. It's one of our favorite hikes, and they're hiking meeting. I'm not sure what time, but it's put on by Beautahful. State of Mind is the Facebook page. They got about 1,000 followers, and so it's just a meetup. Meet at the Wheeler Creek Trail. We'll link it here and on the show notes, so you can check it out in the blog, or go to Facebook and search Beautahful State of Mind Wheeler Creek Group Hike and go for a hike and meet new people.
What time are you meeting up?
I forgot to put it on here.
Hopefully it's early.
I'm not sure. The 23rd, too. I'm not sure if that's a Saturday or a weeknight. Ogden Nature Summer Concert is the Waifs this summer, July 31st.
I think I've seen the Waifs.
Yeah?
I think that this is not their first time at the Nature Center. I think I've seen them before. Great band. Really, really good band.
Antelope Island Spider Fest is on August 3rd, and then I may be emceeing the Birds and Brews this year.
Hey.
I got a call yesterday, and I just I need to check the calendar and some family things and possibly move something around. But that's at the Ogden Nature Center on August 10th. $30 for Ogden Nature Center members, $35 for non-members. We were there last year with Jane Kim and co. and Birds and Brews at the Ogden Nature Center, August 10th.
I noticed my logo got booted. They got the boot. They updated it. Yeah, I think they used it in a couple 2-3 years, and then they're like, we're good. We're gonna go with the different.
That's funny.
Time, yeah. But it's still such an incredible event. Oh, it's super fun.
On the radar. What happens if your radar breaks?
Then it's abandoned radar.
Eden Epic Mountain Bike Race is on September 28th. All right, in the news, Arches National Park received certification for dark skies. It is officially a dark sky park, international dark sky park. The National Park Service, I think it was an AP story reprinted by the Standard Examiner. National Park Service and the International Dark Sky Association said in a joint announcement Announce.
That's my favorite new word.
Announce.
Joint announcement.
Oh, keep it. The designation recognizes the park's, quote, quality night skies and a commitment to protecting and sharing natural darkness versus that unnatural darkness, which is kind of creepy.
City lights and things,
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, that's good to know. Zion National Park, speaking of national parks, we have some national park news here today, confirms 1,000th California condor chick through condor recovery program. These are some wicked-looking birds. The Condor Recovery Program just confirmed its 1,000th California condor chick, a member of the extremely endangered species, which has slowly been reintroduced to the American West over the past 4 decades. Zion National Park's biologists discovered a California condor nest with a chick in it near Angel's Landing, of all places. The chick is the product of efforts from citizens, government, has nothing to do with the birds. The birds didn't create the chick. It's the citizens, the government, and biologists, and all the other agencies.
They had something to do with it,
yeah. They had something. There were only 22 California condors left on the planet in 1982. So to have 1,000 now, they're doing much, much better. That's pretty cool. What originally led to their downfall? Was that human?
That might have been that something like, what was it, DDT? Something where the shells are weakened to a point where they can't hatch.
Okay.
But California condor hunters have been like sitting on the side, like waiting, just sitting and waiting.
Since we get to 1,001.
Once we get to 1,001. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, this is one of my favorite headlines that I found while looking for news stories from the Sound Examiner, again, AP originally. Officials, fecal time bomb threatens Utah backcountry. Forest rangers and residents are worried that an increase of visitors to Salt Lake County's backcountry is resulting in more human feces in watershed stream amid E. coli fears. KSL-TV reports Central Wasatch Commission officials are questioning if visitation to the Wasatch Canyons has reached a tipping point as more people venture out to the canyons for recreation. And the poop is happening. Save Our Big Cottonwood Creek creator Evan Johnson said visitors have come into the canyon and relieved themselves near Big Cottonwood Creek. He
because
says
everybody poops.
Everybody poops. Hold your poop, people. Just hold it until you're out of the canyon.
If you're going out there for a weekend, just hold it.
Hold it. He says that's caused E. coli counts to rise in recent years and warns the canyon is a fecal time bomb, which is the name of our new band. Ironically,
that's an excellent punk rock band.
You can find Fecal Time Bomb, catch Fecal Time Bomb playing van sessions in about 6 months as more people visit this summer. So, yeah, there's not enough bathroom facilities, and the creek water is becoming contaminated. Hold your poo, people. Just hold it. Also, in a side note, which I didn't keep this study, found another news story that said that they are conducting a massive study in the Cottonwoods and Mill Creek Canyon to see just what they need to do for traffic over the next, because its growth rate is increased astronomically of the visitors to the canyons, and so they're like, okay, traffic and bathrooms and usage, like what do we need to do to make sure the canyons can handle this, or do we limit the amount of traffic in some way in the canyons?
I'm glad they're studying this. This is a real issue. I mean, this is what happens when you get the word out and something gets popular. Plus,
they're beautiful canyons.
Let's be honest, Utah's population growth is a little faster than some places, and so there are repercussions for these things.
And the outdoors is gaining in popularity year after year, and so meaning the recreation in the outdoors.
But let's listen to the studies, is what I'm saying. And I think that you might get to a point where, I don't know. I mean, we might have to do something about it. Maybe it's limited on certain days, or I don't know what they decide.
I just think they should put signs at the canyons before you go in. It just says, hold your poo. And we should be good. We should. No, it's a terrible idea.
But that being said, we'll just see what comes out of that.
Yeah. All right. This is sad and very interesting. Backcountry.com founder has passed away. He was also the former Powder editor. His name's John Breezy, or Bresee. Oh man, I don't know. Bresee. He's he was young, 53, to die of I believe his wife said it was a heart attack, I think. So but the story behind backcountry, which I didn't actually know how that started. He loved to ski. He competed in freestyle skiing when ballet skiing was the primary discipline. Remember ballet skiing? And so when he grew up back east, taught skiing at Stowe in Vermont, and then he moved out here to Utah, and he produced a pamphlet. This is a long article, and now I don't know where the information is that I was trying to. He produced a pamphlet for backcountry skiers. It was a little handout that he was doing, and then when he was producing that, he thought, well, let's sell avalanche equipment. And so he approached Snowbird Resort for a little bit to lease some retail space, and Snowbird turned him down. And then he said, thought to himself, okay, well, if I can't rent the retail space up here, I'll sell it online. And so that's when backcountry.com was born. So what came to be a 15-year journey at Backcountry enabled him to bring together his two primary loves of skiing and technology. John was an early visionary, being one of the first to transform retail using the web, high-quality photography, and peer reviews. So very interesting.
Very sad. So
very sad.
Thoughts with his friend's family.
Yeah, for sure. He did some race, like motorcycle race across the desert or something, and then he died. But man, we will always have. I mean, his living legacy right now is backcountry.com, and I don't know how involved. I mean, I think he sold years ago, but I'm not sure how involved he was. He was just sort of gallivanting around the planet at this point. But sad deal. Too young. Posted this story here on the Facebook, and it got some traction. Bear took a Subaru for a drive. Lock your cars, folks, or else a bear may take it away. So, Colorado, there's a Subaru that was parked, and a black bear decided to enter the parked Subaru, and then the door closed, and he couldn't get out, and he panicked, and his giant behind knocked it into neutral. So the Subaru went careening down a hill and hit a tree, and once it hit the tree, it popped the door back open, and he escaped. But he got a good driving lesson out of it.
This is a setup for a kids movie.
Yeah, pretty much. And then Arctic fox, they travel very far distances, like 2,700 miles, it was documented. The animal, also known as the coastal or blue fox, traveled from the Svalbard archipelago in Norway to Ellesmere Island in Nunavut, Canada. The journey is among the longest dispersal events ever recorded for the species. This according to NPR News. Pretty cool that they tracked this little fox just cruising. Here's the map. You can see the map, how it's like, just going to go ahead and cross Greenland here and this Emerald Ellesmere Isle.
But was he traveling at like 10,000 plus feet? He jumped on a plane, I guarantee you.
That is yet to be confirmed. He did it in a day, which is weird. This is weird. We're trying to figure that out.
We're looking into it.
Yeah, looking into it for sure. All right, a San Francisco Bay man who broke all the rules in Yellowstone. He's going to jail. We reported on this. Well, we didn't report. We read the story that was somebody else reported. What happened was he jumped off the boardwalk at the Grand Prismatic Spring, and he ran or walked hundreds of yards through where you're not supposed to go. And so they originally fined him $1,500. And he pleaded like no jail time. I just don't want jail time. But then and this is kind of funny. He attended the court proceedings, which were in Mammoth via telephone conference or something. And they reduced the fine. They reduced to $1,040, but added 4 days jail time. So they took $400 off the bill and said, why don't you,
like the opposite of what he was trying for.
Why don't you spend those 4 days in jail and teach you a lesson? So abide by the rules in the national parks, especially in Yellowstone. Do not jump off the boardwalks, especially because, and this person was busted because, of course, it was caught on video. There's just so many people with cell phones and camera, everything going on.
Or they're videotaping it themselves and putting it on their own YouTube channels.
Yes.
You're going to get caught.
Yeah.
Or you're going to die. I mean, this is what happens in those areas too.
Yeah, I mean, that's when your punishment is like self-inflicted, but that's sad. And if you don't die,
read the signs.
You could do jail time, which I think is a good precedent. So
yeah.
All right, I didn't know this, but apparently there hasn't been any wolves in Colorado since 2015.
No, I don't know if I knew that.
And there's now been a wolf sighting there, or wolf confirmation, a wolf confirmed sighting, as a dispersing male from the Wyoming pack was seen in Colorado. So lone male wolf hanging out in. It's going to be hard to start his little tribe there unless he brings some buddies with him.
Other than the Colorado wolf hunters are just sitting and just waiting.
Just waiting.
Just sitting and waiting.
Protect the cows, kill a wolf. I think that's the slogan, isn't it? Is that the hashtag?
I wonder if he just got lost.
He's trying to find his way
left,
back.
He should have to the right, and
he's going in circles.
I'm right behind you guys. Guys, where is everybody?
Well, if you're complaining about the heat, we actually had a great spring, and it's time to be hot. So it's hot outside now, finally. But if you're looking for a place to cool down, random, Ski Australia, multiple feet of snow, or reports of multiple feet of snow happening right now in Australia.
Down under. The dry spell in Australia and New Zealand has come to an abrupt end, with most Australian resorts getting dumped on by the feet. So if you're looking for a place to ski, go down under, as they say. You got to look for the snow now.
And then finally in news, a digital chair. So I thought, no, please, no, leave the digital stuff at home. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's actually kind of cool. So it's a chairlift digital screen company. They've raised $1.6 million, expecting 1,000 screens by next year. And these screens, so what they can display is like the ski routes. So as you're going up, you can see all the trails, and everything and you can kind of zoom in and see where you're going. So it's pretty cool. Like, I don't think you can jump on your Facebook as you're going up the ski lift at this time.
Well,
that's
it's
what
pointless.
your phone's for. Yeah. So it's Alpine Media Technology. They're hoping, this is according to unofficial networks, hoping to bump up the presence of their iPad-like displays on chairlifts and gondolas in a major way. Business Den reports the Centennial Colorado startup has raised a whopping $1.6 million in 45 days, bringing the company's venture capital to a total of $3.2 million. So yeah, they're kind of cool, and they just sit there on the. So there's a picture of it just laying on the.
I wonder if they're gonna play ads.
Oh, I'm sure. Like, isn't that how you make money? Yeah.
Unless the resorts pay for these, I don't know.
Yeah, after this lap, come grab a hamburger and beer and our blah, blah, blah. Ski screens. Kind of cool.
I think that what you could do is just look up, because it's like the most incredible view from up there. Or you could look down and look at these screens.
No, don't do that.
The natural iPad.
Don't do that. Natural, yeah. The first moving pictures was what? The train.
Yes.
Sitting in a train, looking out the window and watching the landscape pass by. It was the first official moving pictures or film got its idea from.
Yeah, I'm not sold on these ski lift screens yet.
Sitting here enjoying the Gear 30 Lounge in the shadows, because we were in the sun and all the other weeks, this summertime sun. And we should mention gear30.com. If you go to gear30.com and use promo code OOA at checkout, save 12% on your purchase. And right now, Big Agnes is on sale. It's the deal of the week. So Big Agnes tents. It's tent time. It's backpacking time. You can save 15% on your favorite Big Agnes tents that we carry here at Gear 30. Shop online and then use the OOA code at checkout. I'm like, deals stacked on deals, yo. I had a love affair with Big Agnes a few years ago.
I think they make good tents.
I never pulled the trigger on one, but I'm looking at them again now that because I bought a Hilleberg instead. But I'm looking at them, re-looking at them, because I want something lighter than my 5-pound Hilleberg for when it's just me backpacking.
Right.
Don't quite need that much room. So actually, this tent behind us here, this Acto is a 4-season, 1-person Hilleberg, but random, it's $500, but it's 3 or closer to 4 pounds. There are 3 C's and it's actually $600 because the lighter material is harder to make, and it's about a pound less than this one. Haven't decided yet, but in the running is Big Agnes along with what are we selling? All kinds of Nemo tents are killing it right now.
I hear they're killing it right now.
That's what I hear anyway. Worth watching. This is, I don't know if you've seen this yet. It's already trending. Candide Thove and the wave. He's just skiing all the waves. This is trending on all of the social media. So if you haven't seen it yet, you will at some point. Someone you know will share it. It's incredible. It's just a clip of his upcoming film. It's a little behind the scenes of Ski the World, filmed in Wave Garden, Basque Country, and Surf Snowdonia, Wales. It's very cool, very impressive. No idea how he does that. I think he uses special skis. I'm sure he uses special skis, but it's pretty awesome how he does it. And then also I found a teaser, which the teaser is not that great, but it's a teaser for Roadless, which is TGR's 2019 snowboard film coming up here soon.
Yesterday that just spooks you like nothing else.
Stars Brian Iguchi, teamed up with
lies endless possibilities.
Jeremy Jones and Travis Rice, where they explore the Teton wilderness on a 10-day human-powered expedition, climbing and riding dozens of never-seen-before lines, in addition to the annual ski and snowboard production. You can follow more at TGR or Teton Gravity Research, which is cool. So this is the teaser is actually very bland.
Teasy?
It's not super teasy.
Yeah. But you know the end result will be fine.
Yeah. I have a quote of the week. Quote of the week: when I first opened my eyes upon the morning meadows and look out upon the beautiful world, I thank God I am alive. Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Emerson. Hey, let's before we close.
You're
things
about
up,
wrapped with Arts in the Parks.
Yeah,
right?
this is the last week for that. So 2 more days. So today and tomorrow, I'll be happy to take a little break. You know, it's a lot of work getting this
You're a
together.
busy man
the
for what, 6 weeks?
Yep. And then all the work getting it ready. You know, all that pre-work before that. So, and then I got another couple weeks to kind of close things up. So it's kind of a long process, but good numbers this year, good turnouts. I think everybody's content with that. No, I think we should do just a tiny little sort of Banyan update for people.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so what's new as far as Banyan goes, Brandon?
We have been told that, or the latest update here, because we
This
bought
is fresh news.
fresh news, fresh breaking.
It's like all the sound effects.
We bought a camp trailer to podcast out of. It's a 1960. What the heck's the name of that trailer?
Aristocrat. Nice retro vintagey look to it.
Yes, very cool. And we have a home for it in the Monarch building, which is being reconfigured, right? So on July 22nd, we've been told we can pull the trailer in and start outfitting our podcast space inside the Monarch building, and a planned opening date of September when everything is like live there at the Monarch building.
So that's coming up really quick.
But so
there's been some space, at the Monarch that is being used. For instance, tomorrow night we'll be over there in the atrium for
climbing
that.
festival was there back in April. So
weddings are being held.
Weddings, yes. There's space in the Monarch that
van
is
sessions
being utilized. We hang out on the upper deck for van sessions, but the what do you call the spaces where we're going to be? The artist studios or creative studios,
right?
Have been basically off limits to everyone for a while now.
As finished construction,
and then oh man. I was talking to somebody there, I don't remember who it was, about how cool it is to have all those artists not just under the same roof, but right next to each other.
Oh yeah,
right next to each other. It's so cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to meet all the neighbors.
Yes, and that'll start. So we'll be able to move in there at the end of this month. Well, actually, what is that? The 22nd. So 11 days or something.
Whenever we got a free, clean shot to take the trailer back in.
Yeah, they got a dumpster to move first, but we'll get the trailer in there, and we'll start outfitting our space, our podcast space. It'll be cool.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited. And
so,
then
everyone can come and hang out and watch us live. I mean, not that you can't come here, but that'll be what it's for. Come hang out with us while we podcast.
And that's kind of the idea, I think, with these studios, is the Monarch, for the most part, other than WB's, which is a restaurant, and the Art Box, which is open to the public. For the most part, it's an invitation by appointment only type of situation, right?
Yeah.
All the creative spaces. But there's going to be certain times where we're going to do our podcasts and live events and things. Well, that will definitely be invitation situation.
What did I say earlier today? What word did I screw up?
It was a great word. But I think that y'all will be seeing it very soon. And then I was just recently doing sort of an update on our branding, and we are now up to
6
podcasts,
6 shows.
How did this happen?
One has not been released yet, so you'll hear that one soon.
Yeah, that's coming hopefully pretty soon.
I'm hoping this weekend, because you got the logo done, and I've got the first 2 edited, so I just got to wrap up the second 2, and yeah.
And so that number is climbing. Maybe we'll keep it at 6 for a minute.
Yeah, it's like
it
juggling.
Keeps us pretty busy.
Juggling,
yeah. Exactly.
All right, cool. Thanks to Gear 30 for powering. Like literally, we're plugged in at Gear 30, and a little bit of Goal Zero love too here as well. Plugged in for our 333 episode of the Ogden Outdoor Adventure Show.
So thank you G30 and thank you G0. Thank you. That's all I got.
And GZZ. Look for us on Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, Spotify, BandyCollective.com, Podbean app for Android and iPhones. All the show notes, so everything we talked about today is up at the blog, at theBandyCollective.com. If you thought a news story was interesting, you heard an event, and you're driving, you're like, crap, where do I get more information on that? I link everything to the blog at theBandyCollective.com, right under Ogden Outdoor Adventure. It's all there, all the show notes with the links.
One more plug.
Yes.
One more last minute plug.
Yes.
We're so bad about plugging things that have to do with ourselves. And so if you pick up this month's issue of Slug Magazine, Salt Lake Underground, it's a special Ogden edition.
It's Ogden Underground. It's Og Magazine.
Og.
Og.
Yeah, I like that. And really good information about the Monarch, but we also have a full page on van sessions. So,
yeah, there are multiple artists from Ogden were featured in this issue. This is a cool song. All right, this week's Outdoor Jukebox, sifting through hours and hours and hours of crap. So you don't have to. We do it for you. Don't you forget about me. This is the updated version from The Wind and the Wave, who is the original artist of Don't You Forget About Me. And I love this song, and I had to look it up. I'm like, why can't I kept thinking of Talking Heads, and I'm like, no, it's not Talking Heads. I know it's not that. Do you remember who it is?
It'll come to me probably.
I know it did come to me. Simple Minds. It's a Simple Minds cover. Yeah. Well, we leave you with this. As John Muir would say, the mountains are calling, and we must go.
Let's go.